And what's going on, you guys? What is going on? What is going on? This is your boy, Scotty by Nature TV, and we are here for a brand new episode of Yes for the Mess, where we talk about celebrity gossip, hot topics, and all things reality TV based. I hope you guys are having a wonderful Wednesday, and I intend on doing the exact same thing. So, what is going on, you guys? Okay, so earlier today, I dropped the video earlier today, and it was like a music content video that I wanted to do. Like I told you guys many times before, that the goal is to pivot. There's a lot more that I want to do with my channel. Okay, I want to add more things to it. The gossip stuff and all that. That's cute. That's good. It's entertaining for the most part, and the reality reviews, all that is great. But I just want to also add things to the platform that I love and things that I just love to talk about. You know what I mean? Like that's what I want to do. So, I'm just happy that of course it didn't get big numbers. I wasn't expecting that anyway. But for the most part, I was just happy that I put something out there today because like the news is real slow. It ain't that much to really discuss right now. It's all Diddy this, Diddy that, and God knows that I'm tired of talking about Diddy. Like I'm telling you, like I know that as a blogger or YouTuber or whatever you want to call me, the objective is to stay on the hottest thing that's going on right now. And the hottest thing that's going on right now is Diddy. And everybody's talking about Diddy. And I feel like I get lost in the sauce a lot when I'm trying to keep up with certain current events and things like that because everybody's talking about it. But, I try to talk about it as much as I can, but I don't want to, make that all, the one I'll be all the damn time. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to just be talking about that, but that is the biggest thing that's out right now. But however, let me let you guys know what we got coming up on the platform. All right, now on tomorrow is the chasing panel. Okay. We will be back tomorrow for a regular episode of the Chasing Panel. We will be discussing the new episode of Chasing Orlando on tomorrow. So make sure you guys tune in. Of course, it's right after the show goes off. So make sure you guys tune in and support us. Also, this week is the 100th episode of The Prelude. Me and Jamar is actually getting it together right now. We're getting it together right now. Trying to put things together for this 100th episode and stuff like that, because we cannot believe that we have 100 episodes of our award-winning podcast as we know it to be, or whatever. But yeah, it's gonna be a nice episode. I've been trying to get it together all day because I've been off today, but we are definitely working on it and we're gonna get our stuff in order for it. All right. So with that being said, y'all already know that the goal is to hit 100 people in every chat. We're halfway there. We're over 50 people so far, so we're almost where we need to be. So we're going to go ahead and get into the mess. All right, so let's start off with the very first topic, which is Eve and Nicki Minaj. Okay, now for those of you who may not know, Eve just dropped her first memoir where she talked about her life and things like that. And a couple of the passages have been brought out to the public for everybody to consume and read and all that other stuff. And everybody has had some things to say about it. But Eve talked about her relationship with Nicki Minaj and how she felt that she needed to go to therapy before working with her when they were both on Barbershop. So Eve did an interview on CNN where she's talking about coping with her feelings about Nicki Minaj rising in the music industry. And then, of course, Nicki responded to Eve's, confession, and Eve responded to Nicki. We're going to get into all of those things. And then, of course, we're going to get into my thoughts about it. So let's go ahead and get into that, and then we'll be right back.
You are in. If you have been at a place in your life or your career where you may have been that one, that person, that thing, and someone comes in and of course, we're human.
Right.
Of course you feel insecure. Of course you feel protective. Of course you feel, wow, do I still belong here? What is going on? I felt like it was important for me to write because it also talks about a time in my life where I wasn't going to those tools of drinking and doing other things to help me cope with my anxieties. I had to go to other modalities like therapy. Yeah. And then, you know, and as people will read, it all was my stuff. It has nothing to do with her. It was all these things coming from the industry, I think also had a lot to do with it, of being the one female. I was even thinking, I guess I was thinking, I guess I was holding on to that, you know, thinking like, well, how can she be here and how can I be here? Which is stupid, which is so dumb. We questioned putting that in there, but I'm glad I did.
I'm glad you did.
Yeah.
I'm in a hell of a cutthroat industry myself.
Yeah.
And I'm always fighting against what people try to put in front of you, which is the temptation to be competitive.
Yes.
And I always say, let that person climb. Their peak is not your peak.
Amen.
That's all you can.
Okay, so I want to start right here before we get into the responses from both Nicki and Eve. I think that Eve's whole confession and whole story about how she felt insecure about her place in the industry is 100% valid. When you've been in a situation and you've been in a place for so damn long and you see somebody soaring quicker than you expected, quicker than you ever did, you sometimes feel feelings of insecurities and you're wondering, what exactly am I doing wrong? Am I supposed to still be here? Are you supposed to do whatever? And sometimes the fans can put that in your head. Sometimes folks in the industry can put that in your head, because in any industry that you're in, they always try to push you guys to compete with the other person. And there's some people that buy right on into that bullshit, like competing with somebody else and doing things like that. For instance, I know that when I started, it wasn't nobody around doing what I'm doing, but Bundy and Ashley and Forest Rocks and Kevin and Mikhail and Sweet Addictions and Much Love from KY, Justin J. It was a few of us at a time. But then there were more people coming in. And then there's some people that came in and has been in this game in a much shorter capacity than me. And they actually superseded me. And I didn't feel no type of way about that. I just didn't. Now, in the past, I have admitted to feeling some kind of way about, well, I feel like my work is good and I feel like my content is good. So why am I not moving the way that I should be? And it took me a long time to move the way that I should. And even as of right now, like I've even stated many times before, like the month of September has been one of the worst months for the Scotty by Nature TV brand. It has been, no lie. I would sit up here and say this, when I moved, I wasn't doing a lot of content because I was moving. I was getting myself prepared. And I already knew by me missing a couple of days and me slowing down on my work, it was going to push me out of the algorithm. So it's been a struggle trying to get back to what I know that I can do and what I've been doing. You feel what I'm saying? It's been a struggle. And I'm well aware of that. And I've been trying to work hard to do things that I need to do. And I know that this is just a time where everybody has a low point in any industry that you're in. And right now I'm experiencing it. So I know what I got to do to, up the pace a little bit. It's going to take me some time, but I know what's coming and I know what I got to do. So that's pretty, like I said all that to say Eve is not necessarily out of bounds for feeling the way that she did, because Nicki did kind of storm through the game and did a lot more than the people that was there before her. Like she was able to break some records that some women that was there before her could not break. So I didn't see nothing wrong with her admitting that. Like sometimes we just have to be honest with ourselves, and that's just what Eve was doing. So then Nicki responded, and Nicki said, "Dear Eve, the various things that you've shared recently are groundbreaking in my opinion for so many reasons. First, thank you. The level of grace, the level of emotional and spiritual maturity it takes to be this vulnerable and transparent is a sign of true peace, happiness, fulfillment, and mastery of self. Self-reflection at its height. I always say that I think accountability is the sexiest trait a person could have. I was one of the kids in New York watching Rough Riders on TV. I definitely remember how when you came and took the game by storm, that there were some people who couldn't hide their insecurities. Even though it's swept under the rug now, I remember that you handled it with grace, but also a big sprinkle of unapologetic talent and charisma. You soared and soared classic music with the illest team to the big screen. And you made it look easy too. Trendsetter, the Eve blonde shortcut, the Eve paw print tats on the chest. I was so nervous coming onto that movie set every day. You look like a pro and admire that so much. I thank you for trying not to do to me what was done to you. Women feel so much pressure to compete, and it's a shame because we usually have so much in common and could really benefit from one another just as human beings. We all share so many of the same experiences as wives, artists, moms, ups and downs, anxiety, and etc. I remember telling a friend of mine that I didn't think you liked me after our first day on set together. But you know something crazy? I swear I knew that you could tell deep down that inside that I liked you. So you went easy on me. I love the way the movie turned out. Blessings to you and your beautiful family. Congratulations on your new book as well as your many accomplishments in hip hop and film and TV. P.S. You still look so pretty. Okay, so that's what Nicki said in response to what Eve said. Now, our fellow YouTuber by the name of Erica De Niro, her comment is one of the first comments that I see, and I think her comment makes a whole lot of sense. So let's look at her comment, which says, Nicki and Eve are from an era where women rappers were only allowed to shine one at a time. Nicki is extremely male-centered. There's no sisterhood when men are the center. Imagine Nicki is not a girl's girl, especially when and back then there's only room for one. Thank God for the internet and social media because the men no longer can gatekeep and the women are no longer bound to men to achieve success in this game. Women don't have to betray and compete anymore. Men don't have their grip on the industry like they used to. And I will say that I definitely agree with what Miss Erica De Niro said. It all comes along with the notion that there can only be one female at a time. There can only be one female rapper, doing the thing at one point in time, and that's all. But I think that with this current situation with the industry and things like that, and so many women are coming out and doing their thing alone without a man being in a place, I do think that that comment makes a whole lot of sense, to be honest. Like, there's a lot of women out there and there's a lot of girls that are out there doing their thing, and there's a lot of girls that are working with one another, and there's a lot of girls that don't really need no man to co-sign them, because as I said before in the past, they needed a male cosign so they could be where they needed to be in this industry. And now you don't necessarily need that. Yeah, it's a plus, but you don't need it no more. So I understand what Erica De Niro said. Now, not only did Nicki respond, but so did Eve. Eve responded to Nicki. So let's go back and see that. Eve says, Dear Nicki, thank you so much for this. I really appreciate it. I have nothing but respect, and I am so proud to have seen you grow from strength to strength over the years. As an artist, as a mom, you always stay true to yourself, and Lord knows it's not easy for us, y'all. Thank you for the kind words and blessings to my family. It goes without saying that the feeling is mutual. Okay? So that's pretty much the gist of Nicki and Eve. I'm glad that despite the things that people were trying to make this out to be, that Eve and Nicki both came together. They addressed each other in public, gave each other grace, and was very much so the definition of what a sisterhood is supposed to be. And I'm glad that they showed a lot of respect and love and gave each other flowers. So that's all that really mattered to me. We got 83 people up in here so far. Let's go ahead and go to the next topic, which is Young Dolph. Okay. Now, as y'all know, Young Dolph was unalived back in 2020. Had to be 2020 or 2021. In his hometown of Memphis, Tennessee, and now we're seeing reports. Young Dolph's unaliver testified that Yo Gotti's CMG label paid for his attorney fees and stuff. So we're gonna get into that, and then after that, we'll be right back. Let's get into it, y'all.
$50,000 to represent you. Did you not?
I don't know exactly how much you get. I don't know. I
Okay.
can't say.
All right. And you knew that, just we're all clear here, that money came from CMG, right?
Yeah, I don't know exactly who, but yo,
All right. So you talked today, you got paid for what you just testified to, didn't you?
out there I was locked up.
You got paid,
My
right?
lawyer was paid. Lawyer,
You got $50,000 to pay a lawyer, right?
I didn't get it in my hand. Great. I don't know how much it was, but great. My lawyer got paid.
Okay. And there's no question that that money was for services rendered. Killing Dolph.
Based. Based.
You took it, didn't you?
Yeah.
Did your conscience bother you?
Come on.
Your conscience.
Out there I came to my senses, yeah.
Did you say, I can't have that money? I can't use that money because you still got a lawyer here.
Nah, I ain't say that. I ain't
You
say
took
that.
the money.
Yeah, I took the money. I got the money.
Your conscience wasn't bothering you that bad, right? You said your conscience started bothering you, but not bad enough not to take the money for the job you did.
Well, I had already did it, so might as well. You know, I got a conscience still. That they came to my senses.
Right. Okay. So in your case, got $50,000 to represent you. Did you not?
I don't know exactly how much you get. I don't know. I
Okay.
can't say.
All right. And you knew that, just we're all clear here, that money.
So in so many words, he was basically saying that he didn't receive the money, his lawyer received the money. So let's look at the heading. Now, it's no secret that social media users weren't surprised to learn that Yo Gotti's brother Big Juke allegedly ordered a hit out on young Dolph, who was ordered at a cookie shop. Now, well as the trial continues, his killers have now alleged that someone on Yo Gotti's label paid $50,000 for his attorney fees. Okay, now Cornelius Smith, who was charged with the unaliving of young Dolph, testified that while he can't confirm the amount that his lawyer received, he knows that it was paid for by the label. I don't know exactly who he explained. He says he didn't receive what was promised, what he was promised for the hit, but his attorney fees were covered after it was announced that he had been arrested. I didn't get it in my hand. So Smith once came to his senses after the shot. His conscience bothered him, but not enough not to take the help from the label. I had already done it, so I might as well. If you ask me, he got a point. I mean, he had already did what he had to do, so at this point, he may as well take the money. He did it already. Yeah, like his conscience didn't. Yeah, his conscience probably did eat at him, but he knew he had to take that damn money because he knew he ain't had no money for no damn lawyers' fees. That's pretty much what that was. Now I think a lot of us have pretty much thought that Yo Gotti had something to do with it. A lot of us thought that he had something to do with it. Honestly, I mean, I know I thought he did. I ain't gonna sit up here and act like I didn't. I know I thought he did because they had been beefing for a minute now. Like, you know, Yo Gotti and them had been beefing with Young Dolph for a minute. And I don't really follow Yo Gotti like that, but I do know for a fact that they were beefing for a while now. And I know that when he first passed away, a lot of people felt like Gotti had something to do with it. And now with him saying that the CMG label paid him, you know, paid $50,000 for lawyers' fees, now they're gonna be looking at Yo Gotti now. You feel what I'm saying? And I just want to know, with him, you know, telling everything that he knows to the courts, I wonder what it's gonna be like for his family now, because you know how this shit works out now. You know, something happens and you go and tell everything you know, then your family gets at risk. It's just a mess. But you know, I don't know, but I'm glad to see that there's some justice, it looked like, for young Dolph at this particular point. Let's move on to the very next topic, which is sister. Okay. Now, let's get into what the original comments were. Let's get into that.
Is dropping my kids off at their dad's house. I've always wanted the family dynamic of having a mom and a dad in one household. And when you're dropping your kids off, you actually visually see how that is no longer.
We're about to go to Daddy's house now. Being alone has been the most challenging part of my divorce. It's times like this when I feel and wish that my sister and I were still close and I could, pick up the phone and call her. But that's just not where we are right now.
How you feeling?
I'm okay.
Yeah, I've been seeing the headlines. I know y'all are going viral right now with the awkward hug. Like, it's so
exhausting.
stupid.
It's exhausting.
I know.
The red carpet video, yeah. I feel like one of the hardest things that I've had to.
Okay, so those were the original comments from Tia Mowry on her new show, which I'm going back and forth about reviewing it, to be honest, but we'll see about it. But anyway, Tia was setting the record straight after recently seeing that the internet went into a frenzy over her comments about not being close with her sister. Okay. Let's see what more do we got with this. Okay. So Tia claims that she didn't mean it as if they were beefing, but more so they don't see each other as much due to living so far away from one another. While talking with US Weekly about her new reality show, Tia expressed how the public took her comments about Tamara out of context. Though she was not surprised that the internet ran with the narrative that her and her sister were no longer close, she decided to clear the air and speak about what she was really trying to communicate. Tia explains that her and Tamara are both mothers and experiencing life on their own terms, so it's hard to be as close as they were when they were younger. The love, though, still runs deep. You could hear it from me. This is basically what I was insinuating. I feel like as we grow up and we all start our own families and the children need to lean on them, we began to take on new roles and responsibilities within our lives. This is what that was all about. And all these transitions in life, sometimes you just want a hug and just want someone to be as accessible as they used to be. And that is not the case, she stated. It's called life. I love my sister very much and she loves me very much. We have a closeness and a beautiful connection, but that's what that was all about. It's just how life unfolds, and it happens with many families. And that is really true. I didn't take it as they were beefing. I didn't, I didn't understand why everybody was so mad about it in the first place. I mean, all she said was that she wished that they were, closer than they used to, than they are now, so they could have these type of conversations. That's what I was getting from it. I never felt like she was talking about like, I ain't fucking with my sister like that. I'm beefing with my sister. I don't like my sister. Like, I didn't take it that way. I don't know why everybody else did. I don't understand why, but to each his own, though. It is what it is. But it gets like that in life sometimes, like, with your siblings and things like that. If you were close to your sibling and stuff like that, and life happens and stuff goes on and things like that, it's more so we all got our own lives to live and we really ain't got time to be around each other as much as we used to be. And that's okay. That happens in life. And we have to understand that. And we just have to deal with that sometimes. Like, it is what it is. I just don't get it and I don't understand. But to each his motherfucking own. That's all I can say. I don't think that Tia meant anything negative. But of course, when you putting stuff out there and you got these blogs running with it, of course, that's what they're gonna take it. They're going to take from that. Unfortunately, that's what they're going to take. So, damn, what did I just do? I took the wrong one off of here. Hold on, y'all. Wait a minute. Okay. So, we're going to move on to the next topic, and that is T.I. and Tiny. Okay, now T.I. and Tiny, they just won a case for the OMG girls. Okay, that's what we're about to get into now. I'm trying to pull up the actual article, because I think it was on the Neighborhood Talking. If it wasn't on there, I have to look at the Shade Room, but it's somewhere over here. And I know it had a lot to do with the OMG girls, because they, you know, they did what they needed to do, honey. They got their money, and rightfully so. Hold on, y'all. Let's get into it. I'm sorry, y'all. I hate it when it does this. But I think the problem is that I already had forgotten to make the actual backdrop, and then I had to make it while I was on here. Okay, let me go to the Shade Room, because I think that's where I saw it at in the first place, because I don't see it on Neighborhood Talk. Okay, y'all, give me 1 second, y'all. 1 second, 1 second. I think it's here. Come on now, where is it at? I'm probably just gonna have to go to like another side. There we go. 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 Okay, so we got it. I got it, y'all. Let me put it up. So T.I. and Tiny receives over $53 million in damages. Okay. They win a $71 million jury award at the OMG Girls infringement appropriation trial against LOL Surprise Dollar Maker MGA Entertainment. $17 million in real damages, $53 million in punitive damages. Okay, so that's what we see right here. Okay. Yeah, so they won that. And then of course Tiny spoke out after the fact. Let's get into that.
City, we did this for the culture, you know, and it was a fight, you know what I'm saying? It was a hell of a fight. This fight been started in 2020, and it's now 24, and we couldn't be more happy, man. I wanted to come on here. I honestly wanted to come on here to say we wanted to thank the jurors for like just seeing us through this, man, and just believing in what we said, and they heard our story, and they knew we wasn't lying. Okay. It's right there. All right. They knew we wasn't lying, you know what I'm saying? And that's what's up. Yeah. What's up, King? You need a purse? Yeah, give me my purse. They knew we wasn't lying, and man, it's amazing that they seen us through, God willing, everybody, and our girl Nicki Minaj. Yeah. Megan, she was there. We did this for the city. We did this for the culture. Rolling Stones. So yeah, thank y'all, man. And hey, we finna turn up a little bit one time. Rolling Stones. So yeah, thank y'all, man. And hey, we finna turn up a little bit.
Man, we may look crazy because we've been crying tears of joy. We are so grateful, God. Thank you so much to the jurors. First and foremost, we wanted to thank you in person, but you guys were gone. To our amazing dream team, you guys killed it. We owe you everything. John Keyville, Shantae, Rob B, Ivory, Aaron R. Too. We love you so much. Oh my God, on everything. Okay. So here's the thing though, Tiny. Since y'all won this money, and shout out to the 100 people that's in here. Now, since y'all won this money, what y'all gonna get them girls? What y'all gonna get them girls? Because you ain't said nothing about the OMG girls. You just talking about how y'all won. You ain't said nothing about the OMG girls. So are you gonna get them some of that damn money? Since you sued it on their behalf, are you gonna get them some of that money? I feel like you should at this particular point. I feel like you should give them the money. But to each his motherfucking own. You need to do right by them girls and get them some of that damn money. Because I think that they're entitled to some of it too. It was about their group. So get them some money. Don't get your ass on here and thank God and all this other shit, and you ain't gonna do what you supposed to do with this money. No, girl, get them the money. But anyway, we can move on to the next topic, and we're getting more so into some Diddy conversations, which I'm tired of talking about him. But anyhow, Suge Knight, he calls out the other rappers for staying quiet about Diddy despite being fully aware of his behavior, okay? and he was live from prison saying this. So let's go ahead and get into what he was talking about, y'all.
Look at it like this. I look at real plain and simple. Ain't no whistleblower. Facts is there. But right now, I don't care if it's T.I., I don't care if it's Rick Ross, I don't care if it's Jay, I don't care if it's Snoop, I don't care if it's Game, I don't care if it's Dre. Nobody's stepping up on the fact that you know what's going on.
Nobody's defending him.
You
You're
had
right.
Guys at Interscope.
You're right.
Okay.
Nobody is defending him, but that's why I was interested in hearing your perspective.
Okay. Okay, but you had a guy named Tubby, used to work for Interscope. This guy's job was to bring underage girls and have sex with employees and other artists, to the point where his friend got caught up with the same thing. How they raided Puffy House for sex trafficking, they raided his friend house for sex trafficking.
You have 60 seconds remaining.
He never was an artist.
Sure. Can you say something? Can you say
when
something
you really
positive?
look at the whole situation,
because you only got.
I mean, everything I'm saying is positive. Okay, look at it like this. I look at real plain and simple. Ain't no whistleblower. Facts is there. But right now.
Now, what I want to know is, I want to know how y'all feel about Suge Knight even having anything to say with all the dirt that he done did. You know, but what tickled me is that you have 60 seconds remaining. I'm like, oh, not the automatic call telling you, okay, bitch, wrap this up. Wrap it up right now. Wrap it up. Okay. Like she was letting his ass have it. Wrap it up. You know, but I'm just saying though, like what y'all think about that? You know, like, because it's like, but we already know that Suge has always disliked Puffy. And in so many words, Puffy was always looked at as the good guy versus Suge Knight being the bad guy all the time. And he probably knew a whole lot of stuff about Diddy. But my thing about this is, you saying that ain't nobody else calling him out, but I'm sure that you just said some shit that you knew. Why you ain't call him out? Why ain't nobody said? Like, it's so many people that is saying that these folks knew what was going on and they ain't calling him out. If you know what's going on too and you heard stuff, why you not saying anything? Why you not calling him out either? I mean, and on top of that, y'all, I'm really feeling some type of way because now anybody that's on a photo with Diddy is now being accused of being involved in his freak offs. You can know somebody and not know anything about what they do. You can know somebody and hear about shit that they do and you ain't got nothing to do with it. I don't like how everybody in the industry that then took a picture with this man is also being accused of being a part of whatever he had going on. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've been seeing like somebody, it was a picture of Aretha Franklin with Diddy. And I was just like, not y'all saying Aretha was a part of the freak offs too. Like it's getting excessive at this point. Everybody that's on the picture with this man didn't have anything to do with that. But you know, it's just like I saw a picture. I think it was another picture I saw somebody had posted on Facebook. It was like this picture with Yolanda Adams and him on there as well. And somebody said, look at Yolanda, she's at the freak offs too. And I'm just like, everybody that knew him or took a photo with him was not at no damn freak off. You know what I'm saying? Now, it just might be some, but not everybody. You feel what I'm saying? So, nah. That's what really killed me when I saw that Aretha Franklin picture. Then folks trying to make it sound like she was in there. But, you know, to each his own, though. But, yeah, Suge. Why you ain't tell nobody then, since you said that that he had certain people, you know, bringing in underage girls and stuff? If you knew that, then you just as bad as they are. But you know, okay, Suge. Next up is Kim Porter. Now, everybody's been talking about this tell-all. and stuff like that. So let's go ahead and get into it. So Kim Porter's kids then put out a statement in saying that the book was fake, right? So it says this: we have seen so many hurtful and false rumors circulating about our parents, Kim Porter and Sean Combs' relationship, as well as about our mom's tragic passing, that we feel we need to speak out. Claims that our mom wrote a book are simply untrue. She did not. And anyone claiming to have a manuscript is misrepresenting themselves. Additionally, please understand that any so-called friend speaking on behalf of our mom or our family is not a friend, nor do they have her best interest at heart. Our lives were shattered when we lost our mom. She was our world, and nothing has been the same since she passed. While it has been incredibly difficult to reconcile how she could be taken away from us so soon, the cause of her death long has been established. There was no foul play. Grief is a lifelong process, and we ask that everybody respect our request for peace as we continue to cope with her loss every day. We are deeply saddened that the world has made a spectacle of what has been the most tragic event of our lives. Our mother should be remembered for the beautiful, strong, kind, and loving woman that she was. Her memory should not be tainted by horrific conspiracy theories. We ask that everyone respect our mom, Kim Porter, and hold her legacy in high regard so that she may rest in peace. It's what she deserves. We love you and miss you, Mommy. Quincy, Christian, Jesse, and Delilah. Okay? So that's what the kids are saying. Now, I don't know. I ain't gonna say that these kids lying. I don't know. But I do think that it is kind of unfair for these children to have to constantly, be dealing with this pain of losing their mama, and then people putting out phony ass books that she supposedly written and accusing their father of being the one to get rid of their mama. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know. It is what it is. I'm not really sure, but I don't know. It could be a case of they knew their father did it and they're in denial about it. Or they could easily just be saying, stop talking about my mama. My mama dead. We got to deal with this already. Gone on. But who's to say that their mama really wasn't writing a book and they just didn't know their mama was writing a book? I mean, it's a lot that we could be saying right now. But I don't think we'll ever know, and they probably would never know, because if their daddy did have something to do with it, they probably would never know anyway. And that's unfortunate too. Let's go ahead, get to the next one. Aubrey O'Day. She's in the news again as well, and she says that Diddy groomed her during making the band. Okay, so she says that wrong thing. That's the wrong one. I clicked on the wrong thing. Okay. So she says, with Diddy, I saw multiple real things. Sides of him, I don't know who I was even talking to, who was sober. There was always an element of something that was going on. He's on camera saying how much he hates it. Then off camera, he's telling me all the ways I needed to be groomed properly, like down to my toenails. And I was sent out of a studio session one time because my toes weren't polished properly. She said that Diddy referred to her as the looker of the band, and then spoke on the alleged abuses he experienced. After coming off of Diddy, there's not many people you can go into a room with and get that type of high from. Grooming is a process. They don't just abuse you on day one. They make you feel like you get little bits of things that make you attracted and excited. And then once they've got your attention, they let you know about yourself in different ways. It's like the military. They break you down, build you back up into the soldier they need you to be for the country they need you to be fighting for. As for Diddy's recent arrest for sex trafficking, racketeering, and prostitution charges, Aubrey O'Day said that she believes that there are still more victims that have come forward. There's a lot more crazy-ish as this unfolds, that more people will be heard. What are your thoughts on that? Okay. I definitely believe that he groomed her. I definitely believe everything that she said. I definitely believe that he did say that she was the looker of the group. That's why he was always hard on her more than anybody. And that was one of the reasons why she spoke to him in the way that she did and could, because she knew something on him and she had something on him. That's why she didn't give a that's one of the reasons why Aubrey never gave a damn. She always spoke up to Diddy. Always spoke up to him. Because she knew that what he was doing to her wasn't right. So that's why she would speak up. When she stopped doing what he wanted her to do, that's why it became an issue. And that's why he kicked her ass out the group. Nothing more, nothing less. The last thing is Diddy again, which like I said, I'm sick of talking about his ass, but we got to. He was hit with another lawsuit. Okay. And this is what it was about. Now it says that another woman hit him with a lawsuit, allegedly filming himself, RAPing her, and showed the video to multiple men. Talia Graves says that she's been having suicidal thoughts since the alleged took place in 2001. She says that Diddy and his head of security at the time, Joseph Sherman, violently raped her both vaginally and anally. She was 25 years old at the time and was dating an employee of Diddy's. She claimed that she was lured into a meeting with Sherman and Diddy where she was given a drink before waking up to find herself bunned and detained. She says it wasn't until November of 2023 that she learned that the assault was filmed. She is suing Diddy, Sherman, and Bad Boy for damages. He's currently incarcerated and awaiting trial in connection to sex trafficking. So that's pretty much the gist of it, y'all. I really ain't got much to say about this, but I don't think that everybody is lying on him. But all I gotta say is this right here. If y'all gonna keep on coming out with these stories, I really hope y'all got the receipts to back it up. I'm not one of the ones that's saying that it ain't true, because I believe every word. But there are some naysayers out there that don't believe you. Even though Diddy has all these damn receipts against him right now, there's still people out here that feels like these people are looking for a payday. That's what they keep saying. I don't really think it has a lot to do with a payday, but I just really believe that these people are tired of living in silence and living in fear, because that's what a lot of this is about. They all been scared of Diddy, and that's why they ain't said nothing. You feel what I'm saying? Because of the fact that they, been afraid of him, and they don't want to lose their positions and the things that they got. So who knows? I mean, I don't know, but that's what I get from it, y'all. So that's pretty much it. That's all I got. I'm about to go on and get up out of here. But be sure to like, rate, comment, subscribe, share this video, and also click on the notification bell so you can be notified whenever video drops. And if you want to follow me on any form of social media, my Twitter, my Instagram, and my TikTok will be down below. With that being said, you guys, your boys up out of here. And until my next video, I will talk to you guys a little bit later. Peace out.